started. So first things first, guys, thank you very much for joining us live today for this Thursday Tech Fast Fix hosted by our wonderful technology ninja, Juvie, here with us today. Juvie will be answering your questions in just a few moments' time. So thank you for joining. We are recording the session for other members to be able to rewatch it, because who knows, you might have questions that apply to their businesses as well. We do have one question sent across from Christine, who unfortunately it's 4 a.m. for her. She can join us live, so she's just sent the question ahead, but we'll pick that question up at the end after we've answered your questions. Okay, so who wants to go first? Adam, you were the first one to join. Do you want to start with your question first?
I think it's sort of a techie question, but I think it might fit in. I'm looking to do Google Ads. I've got some at the moment, but for a different business. I just want to get the best value for money, basically, return on investment. It's a lot easier now to go through the Google AdWords to set one up, because it almost guides you now. It used to be really horrible. But really, what should I be looking for to get the best return on my advert?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for your question. With Google Ads, same with every other ads, you need to figure out who your ideal clients are. Make sure you target them well. Like if it's a location based, if it's age based, their background, etc. So you need to figure out who your ideal target market is. Yeah. And then once you figure that out, you need to be clear about your offering. Make it clear for people, so it will, like, what's in it for them, not what's in it for you, but what's in it for them. Like, how would they benefit from that offering? And once you're clear with your target market, your offering, make sure that it depends if you're pointing them to a landing page or a sales page, for example. Make sure that the landing page or the sales page is on brand. So make sure it's consistent with your branding, and make sure you have a clear headline, a lot of call to actions. If you can throw in some testimonials, like what past clients have learned or benefited from this program or a product or service, let them know. Make sure if you have a space about who you are, so they know who's behind this product. Yep. So to build a connection with your ideal audience, that'd be great. And just list them, like, what will they get? What exactly will they get? If it's an evergreen course or a membership mastermind, let them know what is it exactly they're getting. If there's any bonuses, that'd be great to throw in. Make sure that like, for example, some of the sales pages that I've created, they have this value of this, value of that, the total value. But for today, you only get this for this amount of money, which is a discounted price. So make sure it's a great value sales page. And in terms of the tracking, with the Google Ads tracking, that's the complicated part. Make sure you add a tracking code for the sales pages, so you know how many page views you're getting. And then it's either, you can have a decision if you would like to tweak your adverts or keep it that way if you're not getting the right traction for maybe the first few days, the first 3 days of your advert that's coming out. So yeah, make sure that you have the tracking code. I think they are switching to GA4?
G4, yeah.
Yeah. So I am not super familiar with it because they're doing a lot of changes, but it's a good idea to have a research about that. What is the best practice for the tracking, for the conversion events, tracking, for your website. So yeah, there you go. I don't really know much about GA4. You might speak to someone who's expert with that, but it's just the gist of it with how my clients do their adverts, like from, if it's Facebook ads or Google ads, that's the practice that we do. So hopefully that's helpful for you.
So you would rather point the advert to a landing page rather than the website?
Well, the landing page can be on your website. The
Yeah.
only difference with the landing page is that it's a very focused page where you don't want any distraction from your ideal audience. You just want them to do one or two things, either to opt into your email list or for them to buy your product. As long as you're clear about your website goal or landing page goal, just keep it simple, not a lot of distractions going on. So yeah, the landing page can either be on your website itself or use a different platform like Lead Pages, for example. So just bear that in mind.
Cool. Okay, super. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. I think that was a good rounded answer, Jivi, because I've done Google Ads before and I pointed them just to the website, and I think it makes sense to have it a lot more streamlined to a landing page that is specific and it does ask for a clear call to action. So thank you. I'm learning a lot today as well. Carolyn, you were our second person joining. What questions have you got for Jivi today?
Okay, hi Jivi. So my issue is from my website, emails coming through from the contact page into my inbox. They're coming through in plain text, which is fine, but I can't reply in HTML, which is what I want to do. I have to flip it around and change. It's got the message is coming mail at and my business name, instead of previously when I had another website, it came through like it was coming actually from the client. So, I mean, it's not a big issue, but it's just a hassle if I forget to change some things. And I just want to reply back with my footer on there in the HTML. And then if I change it now manually and then continue to interact with the client or people, they stay in HTML because that's how I've got my email set up. But anything coming from the website, it's a newly made website as well. I did ask my web guy. He didn't have a clue because he said he always replies in plain text anyway, and it's not an issue. But for me, I would prefer to do HTML.
Do you mind if you share your screen exactly what you get from the website right now?
So where can I do that? Oh, okay, here we go.
I've just added for you guys to be able to share your screens.
Thank you. So here's the message that comes up. Can you see that okay? So it comes up that it's come from the client, but it's mail at my business name, whereas I would think it would be mail from the client's email address. I'm not sure. And then when I go to reply, so then I've got the plain text. And so then I have to go into formatting text, change it to that, and then put my signature on there, and then I change so that it has that it's coming from the new message is from the client and not me, and then I'm good to go. But I'm just trying to get away. I've done lots of research. I've tried to find ways to get around it. One thing someone said is that it needs, it's a Divi page. And someone said you need to get a child plugin to make it, to change it. I don't know. I was hoping you had a...
Yeah, because I've used, I use Divi for my website and my clients' websites. So wait, hold on a second. Let me just see, because I've done some testing recently about my client. Okay, so yeah, with Divi, the mail from is really your website. So unfortunately, we can't really change it because otherwise, it's true. If you don't have a child theme, whenever Divi does updates, and it's quite frequent, it will lose any customization that you have done. So if you wanted to tweak this time, so it goes from the client's email instead of your email or your website, then once WordPress updates or Divi updates, you would lose it and you have to do it again. It's a bit of a pain, to do it manually like this. I just don't know how it is with the text, because on my end, the one that I'm using Zoho Mail. And when I tested it out from DV contact form to go to my email, I can do it as HTML. So I'm not sure what went, maybe it's, I don't know, it could be your mail, is it Outlook setting?
Yeah, I'm on Outlook Office 365, yeah.
But with others, other normal email, you can do it with HTML. It's just one.
Oh, okay. So should I use a different mail server? Should I change from Office to something else?
It's up to you, because I know, for example, with Gmail or Zoho Mail, whenever I tested it out, the DV contact form to go to my clients, and I'm not sure if they're using Outlook, but I don't have any problem with them, with the email signature, for example. So
okay.
Something
right. Well, so maybe I could look into that. So can the Zoho and that can that be linked into Outlook as well?
Your Zoho Mail is similar to Outlook, so you might have to switch it. But then I would recommend if you already have something that's working for you, and it's just a bit of a hassle, just a few minute tweaks. You don't do it 10 times a day, so I'm sorry, but yeah, maybe
that's okay.
Yeah, I know. I wish there could be another way.
I was hoping there was a magic.
I wouldn't recommend tweaking the DV coding, because if there's any updates, even if you have a child theme and you don't know what might clash, if you've done a child theme and then DV updates something with your
I hadn't put it on to now. I didn't want to put it on just in case, but that was the only solution I could find in my research, that's what I would have to do. So I thought I'll just wait and check.
What you can do is you can change the subject. You can, but then it will have to go into the super back end. So instead of new message from your website, it will be new message from the name. But then same principle, if you tweak something on the back end, once there's a new update, you will have to do it every time again anyway, and you have to find where the code is. So
I get it. All right, so it's not just me. All right, I'll put up with it. It's not a hassle, it's not that bad, but it's just when you're fast doing replies quickly and you just got to
I know,
change it. And, so that's okay. Thank you.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Caroline. I actually had a quick look because I use Outlook as well, and I went, where did I go? I went to the preferences on the Outlook. And they,
by the way, sorry, you're still sharing your screen. Can you? We can still see your screen. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Caroline.
Sorry.
Can you stop your share screen?
How do I get out of that?
If you just go to the bottom of your, if you go into Zoom and you click stop sharing at the bottom of the screen.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Stop share. It's at the top.
There
Sorry about that.
Yay. Yeah, we just
I don't have anything to hide anyway. Nothing to hide.
I just had a quick look, and maybe it'll be at some form of a fix. I'll just share my screen with you. I do work off a Mac, so maybe slightly different, but might help. So I've just gone into Outlook preferences and then composing, and in the plain text, it automatically defaults to when replying or forwarding use the format of the original message. I was thinking just trialing and clicking that, and whether that's going to make any difference to you.
I do have it set in my mail settings to reply on HTML, but I can do the reverse and do a test.
Yeah.
So
just notice that I was just clicking about just to see, because I'm using Outlook as well, so that was a very interesting question for me actually.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, but I'm going to trial and see what happens as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Caroline. Amazing. Thank you very much. And we've got Jen with us as well. Jen, what question are you bringing for Juvie today?
Hi. I have got Google Analytics, but I'm not very good at it, and I don't think I understand what's going on. When I look, I'm trying to work out like where I'm getting all my website traffic from. But when I go in my like acquisition, it says everybody's coming direct, and there's no other no one's coming, like they're not clicking through my social media or from like digital bride book. And I just thought that seemed a bit strange, and I wondered if I'd done something wrong.
With Google Analytics, I am not super expert with that, so I can't fully advise you on it because it's a different ball game, it's a different discipline. Especially, I was talking to Ben about GA4, so they're now switching everything to that. So it's another platform to learn. I was doing the tracking for one of my clients yesterday, and it's just like everything changed. So when you try to research something about where you can find a specific thing, and then you try to apply it on your end, everything's changed. The user interface has changed, so it's quite difficult to get on top of things. Yeah, so where your traffic is coming from, how you can track it, I'm not sure how exactly your website are you tracking the whole website? Like, is it on your header code?
It's in the header code. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I've got another business, and on the other business I can see like, you know, like they click through from Facebook or they search on Google, whereas here it looks like when it says direct, I think it means they're just, yeah, exactly. And I just find it strange that everybody is just typing the name in, because I'm paying for Google ads as well.
Exactly.
So they should be clicking on the ad. So I'm a bit confused about why it's like that.
Yeah, I can't advise unless I see exactly your current setup is. What we can do is I can take a look at it after this call, because it's quite time consuming to just find where things are. So I'll type my email on this chat. And if you can send me an email, for example, we can do something like that, perhaps early next week after Easter. I can help you. We can do another Zoom call, and I can just see what your current setup is, and then hopefully I can advise what to do next, or what you might have been missing, because sometimes it takes a second pair of eyes to look into something if you miss something. So yeah,
thank you, that'd be great.
Yeah, just save my email and then email me after this, and we can schedule something for next week.
Thank you.
Amazing. Welcome. Thank you very much, Julie. And a great question, Jen. Google Analytics is always quite interesting topic for everyone, because
and
it
then
changes
they
so much.
introduced Google tagging now as well. So I was trying, because yesterday I was trying to set up the Google Analytics and the Google tagging with one of my clients, and it's just like a lot of new information, even for me, who's a techie person. It's just too overwhelming. So so hopefully we nail it down, and send me an email, and hopefully I can help you with it.
Thank you.
Great. Perfect. Fabulous. Do we have any other questions from you guys who joined us live? Nope. Okay, we do have another question that was sent ahead, as I said at the start of the session today. Christine, who's 4 a.m. right now in the US, is asking us a question. Christine is asking, I'd love to see how to connect Calendly to LinkedIn, and if there are any other free calendar sharing programs, or if Calendly can do that. Thanks, Thomas.
So Calendly and LinkedIn, hold on a second. It goes, what does she mean? Is it to actually put like a button for?
I think what Christina's trying to do
is like a call
to
action.
I think she's looking for a call to action so that people landing on her LinkedIn account can book a call. That's the kind of most important call to action. I've never seen it done, so it's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm trying to research, because I use Facebook a lot, and Instagram, but not so much LinkedIn. Because if one way to do it is, for example, on LinkedIn, it says visit website or something like that. Yeah. If we can find a way to make it as a book a call and link it to her Calendly account, that'd be great. I mean, Calendly is a good platform to start with anyway. If it's just a basic booking a call with you, there are other platforms, of course, but for starters, I really recommend just sticking to Calendly, unless you're doing a lot of, like, for example, I personally use Book Like a Boss, and it's more robust than Calendly. But then, if you're just wanting to have something simple, booking scheduler, then just stick with Calendly. For the LinkedIn, let's see, LinkedIn.
There seems to be an integration for your messages.
Yeah. Calendly announces new scheduling extensions for LinkedIn. So an online,
that's clever.
Enable users to schedule meetings through LinkedIn messaging. Oh, maybe this is something I can send a link to here. It's just very recent, like last week, 2 weeks ago.
It looks like it's an extension for a browser.
Yeah, maybe that's what she meant. It's either for the messaging or the actual call to action on her profile that she can do, but messaging is actually better on LinkedIn. That's something that she can look into.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Because I know that on the profile you can add in obviously the link for the website, and then you can add additional links to your profile in the featured section. So that is good. But first time I've actually heard about this instant messaging with LinkedIn with Calendly extension. So that is good.
That's a good, especially if she uses LinkedIn for most of her business transactions.
So kind of talks you through step by step if you go into your Calendly integrations and then select the Calendly information. Just it's a step-by-step extension for different internet browsers there. Good, perfect, lovely. Thank you very much, Judy. Guys, any other
just
questions?
make sure you send her that, because I didn't know about this. It's only like few weeks ago article, so maybe it's a new. We keep changing with the tech world. Keep adding new stuff.
No problem at all. Any other question from you guys while we've got Judy with us just now? Nope, we're all good. Okay, fantastic. Jen, obviously we'll catch up with Judy on an email as well. Judy, massive thanks to you for joining us today and answering all these pressing techie questions. Hopefully it's given everyone plenty to work with and get your heads around technology, because it is a daunting subject for a lot of us who are running businesses independently. Massive thanks to you, Adam, and Carol, and Jen, and Christine, who sent us the question ahead as well for joining today. If you've got any follow-up questions, please do always get engaged in the group. It's a platform for all of us to use, safe space, and pop your questions there. And we do have now Ask Me Anything on Wednesdays as well, if there's anything that stands out to you. But I'll leave you guys to enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a great Easter weekend, everyone. We're not scheduling anything for tomorrow or the weekend. Remember, there's no Monday Mojo on Monday, as it's Easter Monday, so we're skipping it for this coming week. But apart from that, you've got a full schedule of events starting as of Tuesday. So great. Have a great Easter, everyone, and hopefully we'll catch up soon. We'll speak soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.